So as I said earlier, the crude oil exists in the unrefined state. So we want to use it as a fuel, but it is in the unrefined state. So what we do, we'll send it to the refinery and take it for fractional distillation and convert into petroleum products. What are the products which we are going to obtain from the crude oil? We'll be obtaining gasoline, kerosene, diesel, jet fuel, engine oil or heavy oil, and other petrochemical products also you will be obtaining from the by the distillation of the crude oil. Then next thing which we will be taking out as a fossil fuel is the gas. The gas will be transported with the help of the gas carriers. These gases are nothing but the natural gas. So what is that natural gas? It is a combustible mixture of hydrocarbons. It mainly consists of methane, but along with it, it will have ethane, propane, butane and pentane. When we transport the fuel, we will be removing all the other components other than methane. And we cannot transport the gas in the gaseous state. We will convert it into the liquid and we term it as liquefied natural gas, which will be transported with the help of the gas carriers, which we will be learning in the later sections. So what are the properties of natural gas? So natural gas is lighter than air. It doesn't have any color, odor and it doesn't have any taste. So due to the safety reason and to detect any leakage, we will be adding an odorant to the natural gas. And as already we have learnt that gases are considered to be a compressible fluid. Compressible in the sense that you can reduce the volume of the gas and you can, as the volume decreases, the pressure will start to increase. So it becomes easy to transport through a small diameter pipelines. One more advantage of natural gas is considered as a clean fuel when compared to other fossil fuels such as crude oil or coal. Why it is termed as a clean fuel? In the sense that when you burn the natural gas, the emission of the sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide and carbon dioxide is very less when compared to burning the other petroleum products. So it is considered as a clean fuel. That's why we explore even from the offshore and we transport it with the help of the tankers. Next, what is an oil tanker? Now we have seen what is crude oil, what is natural gas. Now oil tanker. These oil tankers are also called as petroleum tankers. These oil tankers will be classified further into crude oil tankers and your product tankers. How do you say the size of the tanker? The size of the tanker will be said in terms of tons or DWT. What is DWT? It is the dead weight tonnage. What is dead weight tonnage? It is the maximum weight of the ship which can safely carry the cargo. It includes the weight of the cargo, the passenger, the fuel and water and the own weight of the ship. It is called as a dead weight tonnage. Normally for a crude oil tanker, the dead weight tonnage will be said in terms of 55,000 to it will go up to 5 lakh dead weight tonnage DWT. Then you have the crude oil tanker. So what is a crude oil tanker? It is going to transport the crude which is taken from an offshore oil platform or from an onshore activity, that is you can take from a sucker rod pump or from the onshore. So both will be collected and it will be stored in the storage tank and it will be transported with the help of the crude oil tankers to the refinery, because the crude oil as such we cannot use it as a fuel, it has to be refined. It will be taken to the refinery. That is the role of a crude oil tanker. The size of the crude oil tanker will be larger when compared to a product tanker. So what is a product tanker? The role of the product tanker is to transport the petroleum products which you have refined in the refinery to the end customer, that is your consumer. So the product tankers are going to transport the petroleum products and the size of the product tankers will be smaller when compared to the crude oil tankers.